Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm awake. I apologize for the earlier stream. I apologize for falling asleep. It's not that you're not interesting. You are interesting. You're so interesting. Everyone is interesting to me. I'm. I'd like to say it's because I'm. I'd like to say because I'm old. I'm old. I'm old. Is that what it is? You think it is because I'm old, or is just I'm not sleeping? Or maybe it's because of my diet, my high carb diet, my low carb diet. But my diet is not super low carb. It's not super low carb. I don't believe. I don't believe. I don't believe in that. Let's just see how this thing works. There we go. There we go. Can you see me? Can you see me? I'm wearing another shirt because I've been told. I've been told I should wear a shirt. I should wear a shirt, meaning a shirt like this, whatever kind of shirt this is. But this is a beat up double plaid. I'm wearing double plaid. You can't. Maybe I'm wearing single plaid. Um. Anyway, thank you for coming. Who is here? Is anybody here? Is anybody here? Vatanai is here. Can you see me, Vatanai? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Shalom, Alex. Shalom. Shalom. Where were you earlier, Vatanai? Alex, were you here earlier? I don't remember. I was asleep. I fell asleep during part of the show. I fell asleep. It's not good. You shouldn't fall asleep on live TV. It's not that this is live TV, but if people are watching this, who knows who's watching it? 250 people could be watching this, or 350. Joe is here. Beautiful, beautiful Joe is watching here. And Paul said he just sold some eBay. We'll ask you about that later, some eBay stuff. And Keith Bexley is here. Just got here. We just started. Normally I start the show at 22:32. But I think so. But instead, I said I'm going to start the show at 23:31. It is now 23:30. I can't fall asleep. This is live TV. People are watching this. They're judging me. This is maybe the end. Maybe it's the end of the line for Lewis Schaffer. Maybe this is just what's here. Is that it ain't going to get better. And you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like when I was started stand-up comedy. Corsai is here. So the earlier show, you asleep. That is something I didn't. I wasn't asleep the entire time. I fell asleep. I didn't think you'd notice, but you do notice. Of course, you notice. This is not the first time. I used to fall asleep in school. I was a bad student. I did 6 hours driving, 4 hours on reception. So that means you've been working for 10 hours. Show off. What deny? You're just showing off that you're a hard worker. And I'm not a hard worker. I don't know what's happened to me. I'm in this room. I'm in this room and I'm talking to you guys. And I don't know, the early days of the internet, an academic had a webcam over his desk showing him typing. Yeah, it was amazing times. That's what this is sort of like, this show. Isn't that what this show is? It's a bit of a nothingness. I know I should do more. Maybe I should do more. I watch a lot of shows, and they're always men and women reading something or doing or speaking to somebody. It's content, and I don't want to do the content. Hi there, and there was a coffee percolator webcam, and then they have the webcam on the tar that's dripping in New Zealand. Do you know that? Do you know that one? I think you might know that one. I'm not a hard worker. I do the minimum to survive. Well, I guess you could. I do. Yeah, I'm a similar way. I'm a similar way, but I'm not one of those people who go, "Oh, thank God I don't have to work that hard," or I'm not one of those people who sits in front of a TV set just luxuriating. Do you do that, Vatanai? Are you just sitting there? Those people are on the couch and they have a cup, they have a beer or whatever, they have a coffee, whatever. They just sit there and watch TV. I'm not like that. And I spend most of my time worrying. I'm worrying about the future. I'm worrying about the times ahead. But a lot of us are overwhelmed by indifference and the promise of an early bed. You either shut up or get cut out. Anyway, always good to keep sharp. Keith Bexley. Joe, what is Joe saying? I've been binge watching A Killer Makes a Call on 5 to refine my killing powers. What is a killer makes a call on 5? Is that Channel 5? How can it be how can it be a binge on Channel 5? Joe, good to see you. Good to see you. It was momentary. His producer grasped him up. Yeah, probably. You did. He did. But I told him, I said, if I do fall asleep, wake me up. Wake me up. In the early shows, you know this if you've been here a long time. This is our 270th day. This is our 105th night stream, I think. And in the early shows, I'd fall asleep all the time, all the time. But I have to remember to be interesting when I'm with somebody. If you're here to my face, I won't fall asleep right in front of you. Professor Schaffer at his desk and ran a desk of random cognition, not agonizing but cogitating. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm cogitating. What does that mean? Just thinking about stuff? I don't think that that's the case. Sofa should be banned for health reasons. Serious, Corsi says. Probably you're right. I've got a small sofa. I never sit in it. And even if I'm here sitting for a few minutes, I'll get up. I'll walk around. I feel like I've got to. I've got to. So, but sofas and those people, remember the people in America, the religious types, they wouldn't even have chairs. They would hang the chairs up on the wall. The Shakers, who no longer exist, they were like a religious group. They were a religious group. Let's see what it says about the Shakers. Do you know what I'm talking about here? Shakers, chairs hanging on wall. Let's see what it says. Hold on. You could read this too. It says here. Yes, it does. I'm so knowledgeable. That's the amazing thing about me. I'm so knowledgeable. It says Shakers hung chairs on wall-mounted peg rails to maximize cleaning efficiency and space in their communal dwellings, reflecting their core values of order, cleanliness, and functional simplicity. By lifting chairs off the floor, it's about cleaning. Is it just about cleaning? It's not about like being hard work. Are there any Shakers left? Efficiency. I thought it was because they didn't want Shaker furniture. It was like beautiful. Look at how beautiful this stuff is. Oh my God. Such beautiful Shaker furniture. Let's find out what happened. Are there any Shakers? Do you know these people? Do you know, are there any Shakers still alive? Yes, still active Shakers, but the community is extremely small. Only 3 members remain in the last active community, Sabbath Day Lake, Shaker Village in New Gloucester, Maine. Due to their tentative celibacy, their group has dwindled significantly, though they still hold services and maintain their traditional lifestyle. Yeah, celibacy. Yeah, that's brilliant. In 1920, there were only 12. Well, how can there be if they practice celibacy in 1920? There should be 0. There should be. How could there be? How could there be? Can you read this, everybody? It says there were 12. There were 12 Shaker communities, and now there are 3. Three, not there were 12 Shaker communities. Now there are 3 people. Well, now how did they how did a person joined? That doesn't count. Are they ancestrally Shakers? Anyway, Channel 5. Let's see what's going on here. I've already fallen behind here. I've already fallen behind. I hate to say it, but Channel 5 has really lost its way since the days of the softcore porn on a Friday night. Who needs television? I don't pay for my television because I don't watch television. I'm semi-retired, but keep dreaming about jobs and my past life of working. Maybe I should work again. Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, well, why not? Why not? I guess why not? I don't watch much TV, says Vatanai. In the long school holidays, I used to watch Discovery and History channels and stuff about and the mustache man's peoples and aliens. Now I mainly watch YouTube and alternative views. Yeah, you don't watch television. Is this television? This is not really television. Is this television? I mean, it's kind of like television, but it's not television. It's like you got you got it's not television. It's not television because somebody is not choosing. It is not curated. It's not a decision. Somebody didn't make a decision to put Lewis Schaffer on and then a decision to fire me. Fire me like those people did. Channel 5. When intro needed technicians, Channel 5 needed technician reprogrammed TVs. Two ginger guys spent suspiciously long doing each in my neighborhood in the spring and winter. A number of young women had redhead babies. So you're saying the technicians impregnated the women in your neighborhood. Shakers were celibate. They recruit and they don't have sex. But they've won because the whole country, nobody's having sex and nobody's having kids. Nobody's having sex and nobody's having kids. So they've won. They basically have won. I wasted money gambling, says Vatanai, and felt honor bound to work to make amends. Also, okay. Also, wait a second. What's happened there? I know the thread jumped ahead. What happened here? Also, I don't like being completely idle. This is Joe. Don't be completely idle. You're young and you're beautiful. Don't be. Let's work. Like that's the song by it's in my head by Mick Jagger, but it's basically it's very snotty of him. Of course he's working and he makes millions. But the rest of us work and we make 12 pounds an hour, maybe. Just like the milkman Pat Mustard on the show Father Ted. The women on Craggy Island are all having some very hairy babies. I'm not familiar with that show, but it can be interesting. Lewis, 3 seasons, real shit, as the actual killer rings the police. And so it goes. So it goes on. Being a rubbish profiler, I have to learn. Yeah. Well, do you think that I'm a murderer? Do you think I'm that way? If gays carry on, they don't breed. Yes, that's true. And if women carry on working and being a boss lady, they don't breed. Nobody's having kids nowadays. Nobody's having kids. And it's left to me to have sex with all of the ladies. And maybe the men too. Hi, Lewis. Hope you're okay. Thank you for asking. You weren't here at the earlier show. We hear the earlier show. But thank you, David Bowen, for coming in. For coming into the stream. Hey everybody, we got a lot of people watching this thing. Make sure you come in, you just say hi. Hi, I'm working. I'm watching, but I can't chat too much. But I'm watching every single move you're making. Just say that. Elite Elixir Scott is here. And all my other faves. I miss you all in this chat platform. Warmellian is here. Is Warmellian here too? Sorry, that was Warmellian before. I always get Warmellian confused with Vatanai, which I shouldn't. I should be more interested in what you people are doing. That's what other choice do I have? You're the only people I have. You're the only people I have. Where are you going? Where are you going, Elite Elixir? Joe wants to know. Armchair comedy. That's what this is. Is it armchair comedy? I don't have any arms to this chair. I've got my learner thing. That's like an armchair. I hope you're not leaving. He's not leaving. No one's leaving. No. Where you can't find me. Haha. Nowhere. You can't find me. Okay. Susan C is here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Susan C. I should comb my hair or something. Yeah, Baby Channel 5 has always been low end. And there's always a time and a place for basic. But you don't need to watch Channel 5 anymore. Who's watching Channel 5? What are the ratings? Somebody check out on the ratings. I mean, it's a mess. Where are you going, Elite Elixir? Did you say you're going? Where are you going? Why are you going? Don't go. Do not go. Do not go. Don't get bitter. course. Lucy Van Pelt is here. Why are you leaving, Elixir? She wants to know. I want to know too. Lewis, you must watch Father Ted. It's amazing. Will I have to pay money for my license fee? Joe says hello, Lucy. Hello. It's been an absolute pleasure. It really has been. It's like four candles. It's like four candles, Elixir. What is that about? Norman Mailer argued that any sexual activity incapable of conception is not sex, but master. Yeah, maybe it's true. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. Yeah. But then again, I've said it before. I've said it a million times before, it's just life is long. Life is very long. Table comedy is a term that would fit this. Yeah, well, I'm on a table. There's the refrigerator there. I'm in the kitchen. This is a kitchen drama. It's a kitchen. There's no kitchen sink, but it's a kitchen drama. No arms, says Keith Bexley, is the least of my worries. That's true. That's true. What happened in the earlier show reminds me of when I used to do stand-up comedy in New York, and I just got started. I was doing all these shows, and every other show, I thought, this is the worst show. It's horrible. I couldn't face myself. I didn't think hi. I didn't think was late like Joe tonight. I'm with my sister. She's 44. I think she's young enough for me. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. So young. That's my cutoff is 44. Is for unless you're younger and you just I don't know. I mean, two Ronnies, four candles, one of the best comedy skits ever. Yeah, it was brilliant. That English people were really good at writing stuff like that. It was it took a lot of it had a lot of writing and a lot of smartness. The most popular podcasts are way bigger than TV. Yes, GB News has a bigger ratings for some than the BBC, but that's not a podcast. Okay, but I mean, yeah, the podcasts are bigger. So for Norman Mailer, all gay sex wasn't. It wasn't sex. He did live. He did live by his code. He had loads of kids. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, what do you do when you're old? What do you do when you've bought into the whole? And this is where people have gotten angry at me. When you've bought into their lies about working and stuff like that, and having a career and stuff like that, not working, thinking about writing stuff, still thinking, talking to best mates, a busy day. Yes, a busy day. We're still in the game. We're still in the game. Susan C. Music, comedy. Don't do it like they used to. Some of the TV and acting, maybe, Susan. Some of the stuff is good stuff. More Melian comes in and says, anyone complains about the quality of your comedy, Lewis, just refer them to the learning badge. You could do no wrong with an L. Right, I'm learning. How could you pick on me? It's the comedy equivalent of crashing your car into another car. No problem. And that's what we've done. These shows are getting better and better. Do you think they are, War Million? I think they are. Of course, Susan is asking, are you from Norwich Way or Bridge North? Aren't they on? Where is Bridge North? Was Norman Mailer the one who stabbed one of his wives? Yes, he probably did. He probably did. Possibly. I don't believe it, though. I don't believe it. I don't believe men can do that. Women are the bad ones, Lucy. I don't believe that he did that, really. But should we Google that? Google that and see if that's true, Lucy. Don't forget, thanks to Kaiho Kermit, you could join other chatters down at the pub before or after the stream for a little tipple and chat with one another. Check out Discord. That's right, Ruben. This is good. This is good. I should join in. But 90 minutes of actually paying attention. This is very exhausting. It's very exhausting. It's near Eli. You're near Eli. Eli is one of those mountain towns in the middle of a swamp. That whole area there was flat. Teflon stickers. Who is Teflon stickers? It's not often I make love now, but when I do, my hand falls asleep. That's okay. Teflon stickers. Where are you from? How old are you? Are you fat? Are you a male or a female? Ronnie Barker was a genius. Like Bob Monkhouse, he had an attention to detail with autistic tendencies. The volume and quality of their output was amazing and accessible to generations, says Paul Yoward. Yeah. I mean, they're not my favorite comedians, but they're still brilliant. It's very hard to be funny, as you can tell by me. Lewis, a killer makes a call on 5. I've been watching it all afternoon and has to find and has have to find new ways of killing people. Yeah, maybe some people we watch these programs. We watch these programs and we think we know, but we don't know. A stabbing did not count as sex too soon. Oh, you make that as a joke. Didn't count as sex. Bridgenorth is in Shropshire. Okay. And Norwich is on the other side. I just saw Eli. Says Joe. Suzanne C. Yeah, I know, but 2 things can be true. What are the 2 things? I missed that there. When you work and have children to look after, there is little time for yourself. Now our kids have left, and we don't work much, and we have lots of time and don't know what to do with it. Yes. Yeah, like that's what I'm in. I'm in this business right now. I'm not I have the problem is like I wake up about 12 and then I go out and I pick up rubbish for an hour and then I come back. It's like 3 o'clock. I breakfast and wake up at 3 o'clock. And then it's 5, and then suddenly it's 6:30, and I'm exhausted. I go into bed, I lie down, and then it's 10:30. I should have time. I should be doing more stuff. Norman Mailer had a debate, which just ended up between him and Germaine Greer. It was an incredible debate of wit. He was funny enough to get away with performative bigotry, says Paul. Maybe he was a bigot, He was really smart. He's one of my people. When you see him, you could say he's a Brooklyn Jew, like Lewis Schaffer. I assume he's a Brooklyn Jew. Is Norman Mailer a Brooklyn Jew? Let's see if it's true. Is Norman Mailer a Brooklyn Jew? Yes, he's born in Jersey, New Jersey. He was raised in Brooklyn, middle class, in Flatbush and Crown Heights. Here you go. His upbringing influences. Yeah, he's a Brooklyn Jew. Malach. His name is Nachum Norman in Long Branch, New Jersey. His father was he wasn't bad looking, kind of, sort of. Was he? Can you see this? I'll ask Lucy whether is he good looking, Norman Mailer. Let me find the picture here. He became political. He became political, basically. There we go. A bit of GG's on the box, a pint of beer, and some trash after work talking. Ely. It's pronounced Ely. Is that right, Vantanai? Ely. Ely, not Eli. Near Ely, I'm not quite a one-eyed gill breather, but just about. Is that what they call themselves? Because it used to be a swamp that was drained by the Dutch in the 1600s. Everyone, please remember to hit the like button if you're enjoying the content of the fringe. That's right. Look at the fridge. Look at the fridge. You guys are not interested in Norman Mailer. That's all right. That's all right. You're not interested in Norman Mailer. You don't have to be. We lived in Ely, Cherry Hill Cottage. I remember the address in 1970, says Joe. Didn't he marry Marilyn Monroe? No, he did not marry Marilyn Monroe. The other guy did. Nor what's his name? Arthur Miller married and he was another New York Jew, I think. In the no, I don't think Arthur Miller was Jewish. He was Jewish, but I don't think he was from New York. In the film Civil War, there was a joke between Brooklyn and Queens. Do you understand the joke? Did they go to war or something? I don't get it. No, I mean, yeah, no, there was no war between Brooklyn and Queens. It was like a joke between North London and South London. A joke between um, Philip Roth also was he a Brooklyn Jew? He was a Jew. No, I don't think he was a New Jersey Jew. But it's like a joke that I would say. I come from a mixed marriage. My mother was from Brooklyn and my father was from the Bronx. It's subtle differences. It's like how people from West London, the trash who live in West London, sort of battle with the trash that live in East London. That's the joke, Rusty. That is the joke. That is the joke. I loved Philip Roth. I haven't read everything that he wrote, or most things that he wrote, but I did read Portnoy's Complaint, and that was one of the best books of all time. These are all the people that I grew up with. Winners. I grew up with winners. And if you weren't a winner, you were a loser. And that's why Jews tend to be winners. Joe DiMaggio to Arthur Miller. The jock to the hack, unfair, but rhymes. Joe DiMaggio. Well, Joe DiMaggio, where did he come from, Joe? Did he come from? I don't know where Joe DiMaggio was born. I think he was born out in San Francisco or something. The song they covered, which is a cover of a cover, I think, is called Chain Reaction. I don't know what that is about. See, you would take your request earlier. The Steps cover. I don't know. I don't know that song. I don't know. Do I have to look at it right now? I heard she slept with him after that. Possibly. Possibly. Let's look up Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe and Norman Mailer. Can you see what it says? Can we read what it says, everybody? Um, Arthur Miller wrote scathingly of Norman Mailer, saying Mailer was himself in drag, acting out his own Hollywood fantasies of fame and sex unlimited, and power. Did he have sex with I don't think, no. Norman Mailer wrote the introduction to the book. Did Norman Mailer have sex with Marilyn Monroe? No evidence. No, they said no evidence, but no. Right, Norman Mailer wrote a book about Marilyn Monroe. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Yes, it's quite a good, yes. Ruben Norman Mailer wrote a book, Married to Marilyn. No, he didn't. It says he didn't. He wasn't married to Marilyn. Both Joe and Arthur married Monroe. Yes, they did. She married famous men. She never married Lewis Schaffer. Says Norman and Marilyn never met. Yes. Is that what it said? What was the name of James Mason's character in the Judy Garland version of A Star is Born? Was it Norman Mailer? Or have I lost my film history? Well, you could Google that yourself. You're at a computer or something. Google it yourself. It's a bit long. A lot is in the delivery in it. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Darklands is here. Darklands, Lewis. I was talking about Germaine Greer, not Marilyn Monroe. Did Germaine Greer have sex with is that who you're asking? Did Germaine Greer have sex We'll look it up. No, there's no credible public evidence. While they engaged in a famous high-tension public debate in 1971, and the conversation take on the debate. Um, is Germaine Greer Jewish? Let's ask that. Can we ask that? Can you see this? Whoops. Is Germaine Greer Jewish? And is she still alive? I don't think she's still alive, probably. No. She was born into a Catholic family in Australia. She was Australian. Yeah, so it's not everybody is a Jew. Not everybody is a Jew. And in 1970, she was 32 years old. So there you go. She said she felt Jewish. Well, she was hanging out with them. That's when Jews ruled the world, whatever that means. Whatever that means. That's when she felt Jews ruled the world. Jackie Schaffer. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, new people, to the stream, everybody. Thank you for coming in and saying hello to us. Do you think Marilyn had sex with a lot of men? Yeah, of course she did. How do you think she got to the top? Yeah, of course they did. They all did back then. I mean, for a lot, even for maybe even, I mean, maybe not for now, not like 1,000 men in a day, but women used to have lots and lots of sex. The IRGC have just committed an assassination in Canada. Okay, that's good news or bad news. I mean, it's going to be a global war. It's going to be a global war. I was walking up the close stairs and a woman opened the door to her nightdress, and that's a strange place to have a door. Open the door in her nightdress. Okay, that's a joke, Blazing Star. That's delivery. I didn't do a good job. I was walking up the close stairs. That's because you're up there in Glasgow, whatever. The close, that's the hallway stairs. And a woman opened the door in her nightdress. And I thought, wow, that's a really strange place to have a door in a nightdress. Is Jackie a relative of yours, Lewis? She will be in the future. Is that really your last name, Jackie Schaffer? That could be like my name. If I did stand-up comedy, I should change it to Jackie Schaffer. Are you a male or a female? Are you a man or a woman, Jackie? I am glad you're all over. I'm glad you're all over the news, Ruben, says Joe. I've avoided it today, but may throw myself back in. Did we find out if Netanyahu was killed? Did we find that out? Did we find out if that was, I mean, is it going to change much? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to change much. I think that was an old Scottish comedian, Hector Nichols joke. Okay, good. I am male. My first name is Jackson, but I prefer Jackie. And what's your last name? Is it just Schaefer just to come on here? Jackson? That's a great name. What a strong name. I think Jackson is a great name. No, Bibby is safe and well. So were they close? Did anybody else get killed? Did they actually bomb his house? There is an anecdote about Greer that is weird. A visiting scholar approached her in a corridor. She'd have leather. She'd have leather. She had leather trousers on, says Paul Yoward, and he started to introduce himself and said, "Do you realize I have just shot?" She said, "Do you realize I have just shot myself?" Is that a true story? Did she just shot herself? Why did she do that to herself? Why? Let's answer the question why. Corsai says this conversation has deep undertones and overtones too. Check out Chubby Brown. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure I thought he was funny. He was a certain old school comic, back in the day when this country was a white country. And the comedy was making fun of people who didn't live in your town. That's what stand-up comedy is. But now everybody comes from all over. You can't make fun of people just because they look different than you or act different than you or whatever. So yay, Jackie. I hope Bibi is safe. Let's check. Let's check and see if Netanyahu dead. I'm going to ask again. You've done no research. You guys obviously don't care about this. Netanyahu dead. There we go. We're Googling that. Where is that? Is Netanyahu dead? No, they don't have any proof of it yet, and so it's been many hours. They say it's an AI generated. It's AI generated. I mean, that's the thing about these people, our enemy. And I hate to call them our enemy, but they're our enemy. Their enemy is like if we kill their leader, they're gonna say we killed your leader. You know, if you've been genocided, we're gonna say that you've genocided us. Confirmed by my rabbi. He lives just up the road from Bibi. I like to keep my rabbi at arm's length. The car in my profile picture is a mint green Morris 1000. People think I'm a girl. Maybe I should use a red car and go by Jack. Yeah, it sounds like a girl's name. Is Schaffer your real name? We could be relatives. Are you related to me? Is that your real name? I don't think she did shit herself. She just dived into a toilet to avoid a boring professor at Cambridge. Susan C said, "You can always make fun of your missus-in-law and let go of the pearls." Yeah, but you can't make fun of people saying, "Oh, you're Scots," or you're Irish, or you're a black man, or you're a Muslim, whatever. You can't do that anymore. Lewis just Googled it. James Mason played Norman Maine in A Star Is Born with Judy Garland. You said Google it, and I did, and I appreciate that. A round of applause for Joe for doing it. A round of applause. Thank you very much. There is a lot of military vehicles being moved across the states by train prior to being deployed in the war. Tanks, trucks, troop carriers. Yeah. Calliope is here. Hello, one and all, especially to you, Lewis Dahl. God bless you, Calliope. She calls me Lewis Dahl, and I really do appreciate that. Let's all call Lewis. Well, don't all call Lewis Dahl. All the IRGC mullahs have been seen arriving in Canada due to its liberal position on the current war. Yes, and we're going to declare war on Canada. Caroline Cooper is here. Susan C., you said you're happily single. You're happily single. Well, there you go. What were you asked if you were single or not? Were you asked if you were married? Is Schaffer your real name? In Ely, they have a long history of burning witches, though these days it is more likely to be Chinese tourists and no burning anyone, but plenty of whipping. I don't know what that means, Corsai, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know. In the USA, BBC means something very different than it does in the UK. Yes, I'm a Schaffer, but so was my dad. So that rules out your being my dad, but maybe long lost uncle. Okay, where are you from? Where are you from? I've run into very few Schaffers. Are you a Jewish Schaffer or a Christian Schaffer? Canada is a great menace. That used to be a joke, but now it's basically true. They're letting in the enemy of America, and America has an open border with the country. So that is a great menace. Jackie Stewart's quite a macho guy, racing driver. He used to learn practically every pebble of a circuit. I exaggerate that fact. Well, maybe he did do that. You weren't asking, Lewis. Girls gotta work, shrug. I don't know what do you mean by that? I'm a Catholic Schaffer. Yeah, that's why I asked. There are Jewish Schaffers and a Catholic. What color is your hair? World War III has. Do I look like you? Maybe put your picture up in whatchamacallit? In Discord. Make sure you go to this. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the stream. I'm originally from Scotland. I am a Catholic Schaffer. I mean, because in Britain, there are Schaffers who are Catholic, Schaffers who are Christian, and Schaffers who are Jewish in Germany, in the original home country. World War III has started. Conscription period. Conscription is just around the corner. Exclamation point. It'll be dressed up in another name, but it's conscription nonetheless. Pissed I'm too old now. Well, you can go sign up. You could be like in Dad's Army or something. I only just found out the documentary guy, Louis Theroux, is a cousin of Justin Theroux, the writer. Is that the writer you're talking about? He's not. I'm his uncle, maybe. Or maybe we are related. We have the same name. That's enough to make me like you. Show us a young picture of you. How young do you want to see? Above the age of 18, because this is where people are very sensitive about that. There's one. I'll show a picture of it. Here you go. I'm back. I'm back. Here's a picture. Here's a picture. Can you see the picture? There. This is me. I was about 24 years old, maybe. Is that young enough? Very dark and Jewy looking. I look less Jewy now. Everybody thinks Louis Theroux is Jewish. He's not. Okay. And this is me 30 years ago. So I was 38 years old. Can you see that? Can you see that? You've seen these pictures. There you go. I'm not. No, that's the pencil makers are a different spelling. Are a different spelling. Basically, is that young enough, Calliope? You want to have a fantasy of me being a young man? This is February 1981. I was 24 years old. I was not a happy guy back then either. Wasn't bad looking. I don't think that's bad looking. Was I bad looking? Was I bad looking? I'd like to be young again. I want to be young again. I want to be young again. Okay. Oh, look, the stream. It looked like the stream just it backed up. What happened there? The stream just kind of jacked up. HB1B. What is HB1B? In your prime. I was in my prime. I was 24 years old, rock hard. Levi is a Jewish and Christian name too, pronounced with different emphasis. And yeah, it's a biblical name, and Christians use biblical names. I'm too tall to play Captain Manwaring, and I resemble the Undertaker more these days. That's in Dad's, whatever it is, Dad's Army. I'm not mad at a mechanical pencil, not in this day and age. I have jet black hair. I get told I look like Ricky Gervais. That's not a compliment, but I'm a lot more slimmer than him. Well, that's good. Be slim. We're all slim here. When we joined this thing 270 days ago, or maybe 275 days ago, we were all fat. A lot of us were fat, but we're not fat anymore. Are you fat? That's not Justin Theroux. Is that this? No. That's Billy Burr. Yeah, that is me and Billy Burr. Which one? The one with the beard doesn't look like me? This guy here. Are you saying that this doesn't look like me, Lucy? Is that what you're saying? That with me and the beard? If you want an out of hours GP in Cambridge, Peterborough area, you would receive the service from the people I work for. I sometimes book appointments for that area. Yeah, you're working, and I respect that. You are an enigma, Lewis. What does that mean? Billy Burr. Such a shame with him now. I don't think he's as bad as you think he is. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. You look more Jewish now. How do I look more Jewish? I'm not quite as dark. I mean, my nose is a bit bigger because I got punched in the nose. Can you see that? Got punched in the nose. I mean, I've got a beautiful face. The only thing that's missing with my face are kisses. It needs kisses. It needs kisses. Do I look more Jewish now? Well, let's ask you people. Do I look more Jewish here? Or do I look more Jewish here? And what does it mean to look Jewish anyway? What does that mean? You're 35. Yeah, it probably is. I mean, are you a diabetic? Lewis, nothing with nappy, diaper. That would be too weird. I don't know. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're saying I look more Jewish now than then. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. I have a beer belly, but I need to get rid of it. Buddha knew what he was doing, though. Rub it, and it gives you a look. Maybe the ladies, has that been removed by YouTube? It says removed by YouTube. Well, don't be fat. Don't be fat. If you've got the same name as me, don't be fat. And we're not going to discuss fatness. We discuss it every single show. Every single show we discuss it. You look less like Epstein when you were younger. I think I look pretty damn good here. Don't you think so? An enigma, kind of like charisma for big brain people. Enigma. I don't know about the Jew. Well, whatever. We don't need to discuss that, really. We don't need to discuss that. Your black eyes are somewhat sexy. Thank you, Calliope. Thank you very much for saying that. I really do appreciate it. I mean, I used to, my eyes, my eyes were better back in the day. And then I wore glasses. I'm not even wearing glasses here. I'm getting Peter Sutcliffe vibes. Is that what this is? Yeah, could be. Could be. I've always dreamed about that. Yowzers. Yowzers, what does that mean, Susan C? Susan C. I mean, I look pretty good right now for my age, but I look as good as I was going to look back then. I didn't think I looked that good. I never thought about it. Never looked in the mirror and say, wow, I look good. Now, a lot of the guys today, the young men. Here's the point, Jackie Schaffer. The point is, if you've got a pot belly or a beer belly, you're fat. You're fat. You need to have I woke up this morning. I weighed 76.6 kilograms. You got to fight the battle every single day. Every single day I measure myself. I look more Ashkenazi now. Almost Sephardic back then at 24. Possibly it's true. It's true. I mean, the Ashkenazis, it's a big mixture of races. I'm a huge fan of dark sides, which is why I was attracted to my hubby. Okay, now we know. Did you know that Jim Levenstein has a Jewish name, looks Jewish, but is in fact Jewish? Because eventually people stop being Jewish. The amount of people, if all you did a DNA test, you would all have some Jewish in you. Because you got to be an idiot to say you're Jewish. Because the hatred for the Jews is unbelievable, unless you want the money. Lewis is on a mission to get every Lewis in the UK, not just every Lewis, everyone. No Lewis is letting the name down. Yeah, well, his name is Schaffer. Every person should have a nice, should be thin. No, I don't want everybody to. I want to go outside and just think, wow, everyone looks so good, like they used to look. Russ sent me a picture of him when he was in his 20s, young 20s, and all of his friends were so slender. If you rang 111 and Eli Vatnai says, and the triage doc gave you an appointment, it might come through to you. Okay, so who lives in Eli? Let's call up that number and let's go hang out. We'll hang out. Let's all be thin, everybody. Of course, I lost 7 stone, put back on 3. It's tough to be slim. So listen to Lewis and his crazy. It's tough to be slim, period. So listen to Lewis and his crazy. Yes, listen to me and let's be thin. I'm squishy and not thin, but that doesn't stop me from feeling sexy. A lot of women feel sexy at whatever weight. That you probably are sexy, and there will be men who like you. But generally speaking, men like really skinny, skinny, skinny girls. From my peak weight, I lost 30 kilograms, which is 30, which is 66 pounds. That's a lot of weight. Partly under influence of Lewis saying you can't stand on stage and be that fat. People have to look at you. That's true with every job. They want to hire good-looking people, and fat is unattractive. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're bad people. I would still have sex with you, but you should be thin. You should be thin. I'm better looking in my 50s. I can believe that, but thin is better. Thank you, but I'm going to leave my health to a lottery on 111 and a rash on my palm. I'm going to leave my health to a lottery on 111. What does that mean? And a rash on my palm. What does that mean, Corsai? I think most people who are still here are not getting offended by what I say. I think. Apparently, 111 is mostly used for period pains and migraines. Basically, it's a number for women. Men use 999, but I would prefer to use 666 and talk to Satan himself. Keir Starmer, says Jackie. Very funny. Very funny. Especially with Lewis Schaffer. People tend to be, I think you guys are getting better and better at this. Most men don't prefer really skinny women, Lewis. Slim, not skinny. Okay, whatever. I mean, in a way, I've created a lot of the women here are thinking, oh, he's not going to like me because he says really skinny. But I like all kinds of, I don't know. You are not offensive. Thank you, Calliope. People have found me offensive. We've lost a few followers lately. They thought I was offensive. Skinny women to Bonnie, not enough. Do you mean Bonnie or Boney? Losing this now. I'm going with a compliment. I love you, Joe. I'm going to compliment you first. I'm going to compliment you first. I think what they expected was they expected the Iranians to defend themselves, but the Iranians don't have any guns. They don't have any guns. And so how could they defend themselves against the whatchamacallits? Against the militants, the Islamists. They have the guns. Everybody like the stream. That would make me happy if you like the stream. We need to get over 20 people liking the stream. Can we do that? Can we like the stream? Let's just like the stream. And let's just like the stream. Some men need a bouncy cushion. Let's not kid. You all aren't carrying 6-packs, even 4-packs or 2-packs, says Susan. That's true. That's true. But the truth is, I prefer women with a nice wide hips, but I would much prefer a rather flat chest and pimples over Joker makeup and basketball boobs. Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying. Don't need a six-pack. Jackie says, I've got a keg. The Iranians have resorted to cutting off their nose to spite their face. Well, that's what the Muslims do. That's why they're not a six. That's why they've taken over the world, but they're not a rich group of people. The Iranians had so much petrol, so much oil, and they've got nothing now. Okay, nobody wants to shag a xylophone. What do you mean by that, Kermit? A xylophone? Isn't a xylophone one of those things? Paul is agreeing with Lucy. My six-pack is amalgamated into a general one large central pack, says Vatanai, with a general bulge. I liked what General Bulge did in World War II, in the Battle of the Bulge. I'm glad you are here, Paul Yoward, with the criticism of your pronunciation. He leaves me alone. I should pay more attention to what you're doing, Ruben, but Paul is like, come on, get the punctuation. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That means you, Jack. Oh, Jackie changed his name. Basketball boobs are too much. Too much. Come on. But a lot of men, I don't know. And it's not healthy. Fat isn't healthy. It's not. That's what causes cancers to grow. Pray for Iran tonight. It's not all giggles in the world unless you live in the flat above Lewis's and are called Abdul. Pray for Iran. That is very sexy, Vatanai. Oh, sorry, because your name is not Jackie, it's Jack Schaffer. Jack Schaffer sounds like a very strong name. Jackie Schaffer sounds like a comedian. Sounds like Lewis Schaffer. 111 is for people in case of an acid reflux. Yeah, you're basically saying I don't need help. I don't need help. What the whole purpose of the NHS is to call it relentlessly. I had a girlfriend once, Paul Yoward, and she had massive breasts. Got annoyed that I was not massively into them and did not concentrate on them as much as her ex, more than a handful. I know that's a saying. That's a saying. The fact is men like women. They like women. And they like all different kinds of women. And you're going to get, and women, you don't even realize the pretty privilege you have. You're going to get laid. Boobs are overrated. You're a girl, Calliope. Speak for yourself. Weeses, a 600-pound girlfriend? What does that mean? Who wrote Weeses? What does that mean? Can you rewrite that, Blazing Stars? It is still called the NHS. I thought they were calling it MAID now. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, they want us to die. That's what it is. You think it's easier for women to get laid? No, because women are very picky. Well, Lewis is 600, but she was not 600 pounds. She was not 600 pounds. But you don't want to hang out with somebody who's dying in front of you. And that's what being fat does. It promotes diabetes. It promotes cancer growth. It promotes dementia. Thank you very much, Blazing Star, for explaining that. Women have a hard time because women don't fall in love immediately. It takes a while. They got to ease their way in. Okay? If a man wants sex, he has to pay, possibly, yeah, possibly. But some men are really good looking. Most men are not good looking enough. I mean, that's why I'm always hitting on all the girls here and hoping that maybe something good will happen. The NHS should be for kids and for people who have paid into it. You shouldn't be entitled to it by stepping off a plane or a small boat for that matter. Well, welcome to the Lewis Schaffer Show. That's what this show is about. That's what I agree with you. I attract mad women, honestly. If she has not been sectioned once, I have no chance. But to be clear, I'm always nice and then move flats. Of course, the truth is, and I'd say this, and Joodles is not here listening to this, though I'm pretty sure Lucy will take offense at what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. 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 But that's very funny, Corsai. I was good looking for a month back in 1989. Yeah, that's true. Same thing with Lewis Schaffer. Like I was a good parent when my kids were first couple of years, and then not so good. And I'm good. I'm good looking now, kind of, sort of. Yeah, yeah. The last time I flew out of Paris, the hardest thing was the delay at CGD. Why was there? I guess that's Charles de Gaulle Airport. Where does that come from? Lewis, I'm fabulous, whether you like me or not. You do, because I'm funny and honest and have been on the streams forever. So I'm a trooper. Yeah, you are a trooper, but let's be, you do the best you can. Yeah, we lost fun. We lost 5 over that. I apologize to you people. All women are crazy because they're not men, and all men are bastards because they're not women. Women think certain things. Loads of doctors I work with think the NHS is wasteful and badly run, but they are too frightened to speak out. It's their paycheck. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's the NHS. I say avoid it. I avoid it. I apologize, Alex. We lost. What is it? Do that shizness. What shizness are you talking about? I missed it. Heathrow doesn't do the shizness. I love crazy women, Jack says. I feel like I have a purpose to tame them, but not in a sexual way. Well, maybe a little bit sexual. We all have needs. Yeah. Did Noam leave over that too? I don't know. He hasn't been back. He hasn't been back. You know what? I saw a YouTuber talk about this, about how many followers he had, and he was a great YouTuber, not like Lewis Schaffer. Not like Lewis Schaffer. And he was talking about how half of the people who signed up to get his stream no longer get his stream. And he was like totally legitimate. I forget who it was. Totally legitimate. Didn't know, I don't know, didn't know him leave over that. I mean, some people, and you know what it is? Even if I don't say anything, people can get bored with Lewis Schaffer. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello. What do you want to do? You want to sit down and join us?
No.
That's what I look like. What are you ordering?
Does it say you're bugging me?
You're bugging me. That's what it looks like. Doesn't it look like you're bugging me?
Yeah, but is that what you said?
No, I wrote that down. It just it looks like I said that, but I wrote that down.
Everything bugs you.
Everything does bug me. You bug me, and you're my son, and I love you.
Oh, everything bugs you.
You're my favorite son. Do you know you're my favorite?
I know I'm your favorite son.
I'm
the best son. I'm the best.
I didn't say you're the best one.
I'm the best.
I don't even think you're that great looking, but you are. You're better looking than he is.
I'm pretty good. Look at this jawline.
Don't the girls here. They're older women. You got.
I like older women.
Well, they're for me. They're not for you. You got the young ones.
You have enough older women. Give me some.
No.
Okay. Do you want me to eat in my room then? Am I allowed?
You want to eat here? Go eat.
Well,
eat.
I don't want to
speak.
Eat. I'm just.
Go eat in the lounge. Sleeping? He's not sleeping. Go eat there.
Oh.
Can I have some of what you're eating? Can you leave some over? The NHS has been compromised. The Brotherhood carries out bullying via the unions. Yes, Calliope. Oh, look at what you got, a piece of chicken. Oh, look at that. Now I want to eat it. That looks so good. I can't eat that right now. I can't eat it right now. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait. He is beautiful. He's a beautiful boy. He's 6'3". He's beautiful and tall. And he's got a great big smile. Great big smile. What was that song you read? Chain Reaction. Then a chain react. That's right, I guess. I think I typed it right. Okay, I've fallen behind in the queue. He likes his MILFs. Yeah. Carnegie has a family likeness to the 24-year-old Lewis picture. We need to see him in a beard. He used to have kind of a beard. That's true, Paul Yoward. Okay. I'm so dull. The fact is, my daily flirt is with the Tesco's checkout ladies. Combined age of 218. Well, how many are there? If they're 15, you're in big trouble. Carnegie and you should make a trade, Lewis. Some of Carnegie's chicken for some of your older women. I mean, these girls, I don't have to trade him. The older women are in love with my son. He's so beautiful, Lewis. Put him on. No, he doesn't want to go on. I'm going to have a bite of this chicken. I'm going to have a bite of this chicken. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so good. Oh, good. He is beautiful. There were three. So you're saying they're 70, they're 72 and a half. Oh my God, they're so good. It's not that salty. It's not that salty. Yes, Susan, buy the first two drinks. And if she don't mind, buy a third. What do you say? What do you say, Susan? They should offer a lead for the first. What do we? I don't know what we're talking about. The problem with older women, though, wait, you can't say, wait, no. Okay. Um. I don't have any booze here. I don't even drink Corsair. I can get on board with that because you guys test the water too. It's like there's conversations going on that I've completely missed. It's chicken. It comes from Morley's, I think. It's almost like I want to go out and go to Morley's after this thing is over. It's Morley's. It's delicious. I mean, the thing about KFC, the pieces are so small. So small. I don't drink because it's expensive. And then I feel bad the next day or even like right afterwards. It's expensive and I feel bad afterwards. And it makes you actually, it kills you now. Now it kills me. It's like carbs. Morley's is a staple in London. Yes, it is. It's like the KFC. KFC is way more expensive and the pieces are smaller. Only Lewis would eat and pull chicken from his teeth while going live. Hit the like. I know I'm got like no class. I'm a lower class person in the American term of class. Hold on a second. The American class. Hold on. There's a piece of fried chicken. It's so good. It's not even that salty. Which men are in a relationship? When men are in a relationship, why do they expect women to keep the house and raise the children, maybe keep a job? Because men can't do that. I mean, they can, but basically women, children are very important. That, you know what I mean? Thank you, Calliope. I've got all the class you want. I mean, because women are unhappy when they go off to work, basically. They're unhappy. And kids need a mother around, basically. Ruben is laughing. What are you laughing? Is Morley's named after the district in Leeds? Well, let's Google that. Let's see what the answer to that question is. Is Morley's chicken named after an area in Leeds? (1985) by a Tamil Sri Lankan guy. Was in Sydenham. That's why it's South London. How many? There are 94 locations. His son Sean took over. No, it's why? What is it named after? Where did the name come from? Why is it named Morley's? It doesn't say. There are two in the north towns of Stockton and Tees and Hartlepool. The 94 mostly in London. They're a chain unknown north of the river. But they've opened up ones in Whitechapel and Finsbury Park. What is it? Doesn't say what the name is. Maybe you guys can tell me what the name is. I'm sorry for looking there. Let me get back on track. I apologize. I apologize there. It's the intention of it. If a man isn't looking to make a real bond, then it's casual and go Dutch. Things are too disposable these days. Yeah, maybe that's right. And men are not willing to buy a girl. It's too expensive. I don't know. She is perfect for Carnegie. Who is perfect for Carnegie? I lost the thing. Maybe Lucy's perfect for Carnegie. My dad didn't. He worked shifts, so she could not clean during the day. He worked shifts, so she could not clean during the day and a third of the month. They shared it, and we had to do chores too. We're talking about housekeeping. Of course, I says tender is one big. I can't walk away from this dream, otherwise I lose it. I liked her to start with, but she gets on my nerves now. I'm not sure why. Who are you talking about there? I expect men to pay everything for me. Yeah, well, yeah. Mm, yeah. Older woman for Carnegie is 30. Yes, that's true. That's true. He's 23 years old. He just turned 23. And his brother is 24 on the 16th of March. Renee Hotterkamp. Who is Renee Hotterkamp? I'm afraid to talk because people don't like Renee Hotterkamp. Hunderkamp said on Saturday 5 that she's only attracted to tall men. And a bunch of men messaged the show calling her old. Yeah, we have our preferences. It's like we have to admit we have you can't just go, whatever. Yeah, people have their natural preferences. Height is one of those things. Women like taller men. They like taller men. What can you do about it? I'm 5'10". That's not tall enough for, if you're, women who are over 5'10" are not going to like me as much because they want to go out there 6'4". They want a guy who's towering over them. Generally speaking, that doesn't mean you can't fall in love with a guy who's the same height or shorter, but it means it's not. Let me see what she looks like. I probably did. I tried my best not to be disruptive because, as you can tell, there's something the matter with my personality. Let's see what she looks like. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Yes, I've seen her. I never spoke to her. At least I don't think I've spoken to her. How old is she? How old is age? How old is she? Write down the number, what you think her age is, without checking. Anybody want to guess how old she is? I'm not going to click on this yet. Write down the number. 50. Corsi says 54, 58. I was guessing she's 57, so she looks a year younger. Give me a hand with a light bulb changer, speaking with a builder, and Dinners are here. Yeah, there's lots of things that women do. She got pregnant at 51. Wow. Wow, there you go. Have you ever been to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant? Okay, so is that okay? Let me just guess what the number is. Look at my son. He gave me a nice piece of chicken. What I love. 59. They said she's about 59. Having a baby at 51. It's a pretty girl. Did she have a husband? Probably not. Yeah, this is be thin. Thin men like thin. I'm sorry for saying this. I shouldn't even say this anymore. What's up? Don't throw out the box. Don't throw out.
I'm throwing it in the box.
Don't throw out. Did you throw out the can?
I'm throwing it.
Did you throw the can out?
Fruit can the
drink. The drink can.
No. Plum says the drink.
Well,
he's gonna throw it into the.
And then don't throw it in any kind of paper. Never heard of them. Women who are looking for a 6-foot guy. What do they have to offer for his 6-figure income?
You throw the chicken, Dad.
I'm enjoying it. It's really good. Thank you very much. You want to
finish it?
I'm going to finish it.
I only had like 2 bites.
Because I'm doing a show right now, Carney.
Dad, it doesn't. They're not going to like get mad at you for eating.
They will get mad.
And also, it's not a bad thing if you do eat on live stream. Like, it's not that big of a thing.
The people who do you know that eats on live stream?
They come in for the realness. Eat in front of them. It doesn't matter.
I know it. It's gross, and then I pick my teeth in front of them. It's really bad.
Yeah, that's you. You pick your nose as well, and you have a wank. That's terrible. That's spit crabs.
Okay.
Going to my bedroom.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, you careful.
I'm going to my bedroom.
He's killing me. All right, goodbye. Thank you very much.
Right in the mate.
Does your arm? These people want to know. Does your arm still hurt?
Let's give him a little show. Yeah, sometimes. I can only
Can you see that?
So my arm, my other arm goes to here.
Yeah.
This arm only goes to here at the moment.
So it can't go all the way.
No. Just look at that though. Look at that. Even for my weaker arm.
Yeah. And when is your next doctor's appointment, Carnegie?
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
people. I know you care so much.
They do care. They're asking about his Carnegie.
His gay nail polish face.
Over his gay nail polish.
It wasn't gay. I
was
just put
gay.
nail polish on.
It was gay.
Carnegie, he eats with his mouth open. Yeah, I know. But then again,
Who
I do
says
that as well.
Who says that?
Listen to Carnegie, Lewis. Oh, we're here to witness the bi-yearly shower. Wow.
What do you mean? When I take a shower, I took a shower the other day.
He takes a shower.
Maybe 3 times a year. That too.
He doesn't take a shower. You never shower. I tell you to shower.
No, I don't do it anymore.
I shower once. I use shampoo once every 2 days. I shower every day.
Ah, good.
I only use shampoo on my head once every 2.
And
Shampoo's not good for you.
No, it's not good for you. That's right. There you go.
And
nor is toothpaste. I've said that too. There you go. Where did you get that from?
TikTok.
Did it say that really?
Yeah, there's a load of stuff that I do that is not good, but no, it's bad.
But at least you know.
At least I know. Let me done. Have a nice night.
No, I wasn't watching a movie last night. I was just up, and I wasn't sleeping. No. You need to let the oils enrich the scalp for longer than that. Carnegie, they want you to let the oils go in your scalp. This is so good. 2 days is too often, but it's more than I used to wash my hair every single day for like forever, for 40, 50 years. I wouldn't leave the house unless I had washed my hair because it makes it look fluffy. But I mean, eventually, you think to yourself, "Oh my God, it's your head's going to be so drippy, oily," but it isn't. And then at nighttime, the oiliness goes onto the pillowcase. Your son makes me so ashamed to look the way I do. I need to work out more. You don't need to work out more. You just need to eat healthy food. Healthy food. Yeah. It's just chicken. It's my favorite piece of chicken, which is the chicken thigh. I would say that's the best bit of the chicken. Maybe even chicken wings, because it's got a lot of fat and very little meat. It's got a lot of fat. So I like chicken wings. But thank you for asking this. Okay. Carbolic soap. Yeah. And people were horrible. You'll have to ask Lucy. I didn't see you wrote that, but you'll have to ask Carnegie. It doesn't feel bad. I know I mean, I was so used to washing your hair, and then it comes out like that, and then I've got to brush it. Otherwise, it doesn't look good. And now I don't have to brush it. I don't have to brush it. I'm thinking about going out to the Morleys after this. He's got an emo haircut. Yeah, he does have an emo haircut. I didn't watch any naughty movie. Maybe a little bit of naughty. I didn't watch any naughty movies anyway. Okay, everybody. You don't need to wash your hair very often, says Susan. Brushing and stuff is what makes it greasy. I washed my hair maybe 5 days apart, and it's 4 feet in length. Yeah, you don't even need to do that. You don't even need to wash it for it. You don't even need to wash it at all. You wash your scalp, and your scalp comes out with more stuff. You look like Cousin It because you're not 5 foot. 5'8" is relatively tall for women, basically. Like a freaking bison. Moreland's is like a cheap KFC, but tastes better. I kind of agree with that. I mean, it's expensive. KFC is expensive. Paul Yowitz speaking in favor of duck. Okay, everybody. So I think this stream has been one of our better streams. This has been the best stream ever. I think it's been our best stream ever, and you guys have been unbelievable. I'm going to thank everybody here who's been here, and then we'll find out what the total number of people watching it. If I don't mention your name right on the bottom, just say right on the stream, say, "Hey, Lewis, what about me? What am I, chopped liver?" You know, David Bowen is 18. 17 is Darklands. Caroline Cooper is 16. 15 is Keith Bexley. Thank you very much for coming in, Keith. Calliope, beautiful, beautiful Calliope is 14. Elite Elixir is 13. Vatanai is 12. Hi-Ho Kermit. Always good. Always good. Hi-Ho Kermit. Alex is here. Susan is here. Warmelian is here. Jack Schaefer is number 7. That's a really strong opening salvo that you came in there, Jack. Or Jackie. Well, we'll see what you want to be called. Blazing Stars is 6. Ruben is 5. There's Lucy Van Pelt at 4. Very nice, Lucy. Corsai is a 3. Joe, Warrior Princess 37. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Joe is number 2. And number 1, again, is Paul Yoward. Paul Yoward, he's there. He's there. Now let's go over and let's see what everybody, can we like the stream? Can we like the stream? Let's like the stream, even though let us like the stream. And now everybody write down a number that you think is the number of the most concurrent viewers at most concurrent, which means at any one time, what's the largest number of viewers? There we go. Okay. Lucy says 30, and Susan says 18, and Ruben says 29, and Calliope says 27, and Vatanai says 26, and Blazing Star says 43. Paul Howard says 35. Corsai says 44. And Kermit is doing a good job there by saying, donate, help the stream, buy the stream a cup of coffee at Ko-fi, Ko-fi. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's so important. You like and subscribe. That's so important. A coffee is important. Jack Schaefer says 44. Blazing Star says 43. Calliope says 27. 26 is Vatanai. Keep on going. And I'm going to tell you what the top number is and who's won. Some kid was reported as saying, instead of goodbye to their friend, like and subscribe. That's actually pretty funny. That's really, really funny. I'm dreading tomorrow in case Ant doesn't pop in. I'll be fine, whatever happens. He's still your son. He'll always be your son. You love your son. And we love him, and we love you, Joe, Warrior Princess. And let's say a prayer that maybe Joodles comes back, and Mr. Cuff comes back, and Carrie B comes back, and Lucy. So the winner is 30. And who came up with 30? Lucy Van Pelt. Even though she put in 2 bids. I'm gonna ignore Lucy's second bid. But thank you. She was a mainstay of the stream. She was a good friend of ours, and she got mad at me. I guess people get fed up. People get fed up. You know, you feel like you have to listen to it. She's got a lot on her plate. She was on holiday. Woo woo whiner, says Lucy Van Pelt. I thought no one had got it. Yeah, no, I knew the right answer initially. I wanted more people to put it in. Thank you, Kermit. Has anybody I haven't thanked? I haven't read their name. Ruben. I don't think I've read everybody's name. I hope I have. But the winner is 30. And that's a good number for the late stream. So thank you very much. A round of applause to you people. Make sure you please subscribe, Jack. If you're just listening to this and you haven't written anything, subscribe. It's free to do it. It scribes. Bye, Paul. We'll see you later, everyone. Best show ever. The early show was horrific. This show is the best show ever. So we will see you. We'll see you tomorrow at 5, right? At 5. Congratulations to Paul for being the dominant poster, I guess. Top chatter. And thank you to Lucy, beautiful Lucy, for getting the number right. She's got a way about her. It's a superior intelligence. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. We'll see you soon.